Hi Big Tractor Power fans, this video comes to you from a field located in western Kentucky where a 370 engine horsepower John Deere 8RX 370 fixed frame 4-track tractor equipped with John Deere's new optional 1,000 gallon integrated ExactRate tractor Fender fertilizer tanks is working on planting corn with a 40-foot wide, 16-row, 30-inch spaced John Deere DR16 planter. In this video, we're going to take a look at the tractor's production history, specifications, and list price tag, as well as discussing the DR16 corn planter. I'll also take viewers for a ride in the cab of the tractor to visit with the operator to talk with him about the advantages of running a corn planting team set up like this one. But first, let's head out to the field so you can see and hear this big tractor and corn planter at work. The 8RX 370 is one of 3 tractors that is included in John Deere's fixed-frame 4-track tractor lineup, which ranges from 340 to 410 engine horsepower. These tractors were introduced by the company in late October of 2019 and went into full production in June of 2020. For model year 2022, the company has introduced a new optional 1,000-gallon integrated ExactRate tractor-mounted Fender fertilizer tank. This is an option that can be installed directly at the factory or retrofitted on previous 8RX tractors. The 8RX 370 is manufactured at John Deere's tractor factory located in Waterloo, Iowa. It's powered by a 9-liter John Deere 549 cubic inch turbocharged 6-cylinder diesel engine. Rated at 370 engine horsepower, it can achieve a maximum horsepower rating of 407 when the tractor needs to power through tough field conditions and offers 310 PTO horsepower. Customers can order an 8RX 370 with 2 different transmissions. The tractor comes standard from the factory with a John Deere E23 full power shift transmission featuring 23 forward and 11 reverse speeds. It can also be ordered with an IVT or infinite variable transmission, which allows a tractor to achieve its maximum top-end speed of 26 miles per hour without shifting. IVT adds an additional $6,716 cost to the tractor. The 8RX 370 is fitted with a 244-gallon diesel fuel tank and a 9.8-gallon diesel emission fluid tank for clean engine solutions. Customers can order this tractor with 3 different track options and 4 different wheelbase selections. The tractor can be equipped with 18-inch, 24-inch, and 30-inch belts and has wheel spacings available in 76, 80, 88 and 120-inch settings. The tractor that you see working in this video is fitted with 24-inch wide tracks and has a wheelbase of 120 inches. When the 8RX 370 rolls off the assembly line in Waterloo, Iowa, it weighs in at 43,000 pounds and can be field weighted up to 53,000 pounds. For model year 2022, according to JohnDeere.com, a base 8RX 370 tractor has a list price of $639,711. When it is equipped with the integrated ExactRate Fender fertilizer tanks, like the model that you see running in this video, an additional $38,758 is added to the price tag. Here we can see how the tractor is filled up, just a single hose right into the front by the weights. And it's carried right back to the tanks. Fender tank holds 500 gallons for a total of 1,000 gallons of capacity on this tractor. We can see the tanks are filled up here now. So they detach the hose, and now the tractor is ready to go back to planting. The 8RX 370 tractor in this video is teamed up with a 3-point mounted John Deere DR16 corn planter. This planter is built on an Orthman toolbar equipped with John Deere corn planting technology. It's fitted with a 50 bushel central fill commodity tank and features 16 rows of 30-inch spaced John Deere row units. According to JohnDeere.com, the list price for a base DR16 corn planter is $83,401. Now that we know a little bit more about the tractor and planter, we're going to spend a few minutes up in the cab of the tractor visiting with the operator to learn about what he likes in planting corn with this type of setup. Well, we can see the 8RX 370 has great visibility out here in the field, and we're running at 7.7 miles per hour. Nice smooth ride, and we've got a good view of the DR16 planter. How have you liked running this tractor with a 3-point planter like this?
A lot better than the 360 RTs. A lot smoother, quieter.
On this continuous kind of trend line farming, it's nice to be able to just turn right around and lift that up.
Absolutely.
We can see how nice and tight the tractor turns, and then the auto steer takes over, and it's right back on that next 40-foot pass. We can see the tractor has John Deere's new mirrors. It's a 2-stage mirror, and we can see the tracks down there on the lower mirror, and then the commodity tank and the liquid tank on the side of the tractor. So we can see the tank right here on the tractor, and these are new for model year 2022. This is model year 21.
Correct.
8RX, and so these were added on after the fact. On the 2022 and going forward, you can order it direct from the factory. Was there any modification needed, or how easy was it to retrofit these tanks on the
We
previous
actually
year
had
model?
to have Deere put them on. They had to change out the axle housings to make these tanks work. I'm not sure what all entailed to put them on, but it was not something we could have done in our shop.
Well, it's a nice feature, and I know that's going to be the first question for people that already have an 8RX. Can I add these on? So the answer is yes, but it's going to take a little work at the dealer to mount them on there.
Correct.
Do they impair your visibility at all, or is it too bad? Or
they do. I'm not a big fan of the reduction in visibility at all. Come on. We went from being able to see the majority of the planter to, after the tanks are on, you kind of struggle to see the outside 2 rows. So it does take some getting used to.
Yeah, we can kind of look over there. It's amazing. It's a 16-row planter, but it looks kind of tiny on this big tractor. But the overall benefit of being able to carry that much liquid's got to be a help. And
oh, it is.
And again, this continuous tramline farming, you're all about trying to reduce the compaction and put it in one spot rather than multiple places in the field.
Very correct.
And how do you like the DR16 planter? We had talked a little earlier, talked about modifying it from the factory Deere version to some upgrades that fit into this type of strip till farming.
I actually like the 3-point a lot better. The upgrades made a big difference. You're able to control more things, a few more options.
And what kind of upgrades did you make to the planter?
It came equipped completely air. They had them pull everything off, and we're running the DOHN system on it now. Granted, you can't see your ride quality, but it's all based off of ground contact with the DOHN system.
Well, it looks like it's doing a nice job. We can take a look out here on these strips that were worked in the fall, and the planter's going right through the crust on the surface and doing a good job in getting that seed in the ground. So everything as far as cropping on the farm is done at a 40-foot pass. So you're strip tilling in the fall, and now you're planting into the cover crop in between the strips with this DR16, and then the combines will harvest 16 rows at a time in the fall. Has that worked out pretty well?
So far it has. I mean, we can run 80-foot sprayers, 120-foot sprayers, either one. 40-foot just works out well for us.
Well, it seems to be a good method that makes sense. And what advantage have you found using the 3-point mounted planter over the 1795s?
Less likely to get stuck.
That's a good thing.
The pull types put a lot of drag on you.
Well, it looks like you also get a nice sharp turn in between passes, just right around and away you go. So the big addition for the 8RX this year in 2022 is the Fender mounted chemical tanks, and you've got starter fertilizer in these tanks right now. How is that as far as capacity? Is it working out pretty good? Or?
Oh, it'll carry plenty. I think these are 1,000-gallon tanks. We only use about 800 gallons of that. So, I mean, it's worked out quite well so far.
Now, one thing for people to know, you've got the 3-point mounted planter. These tanks are more of a transfer tank, where if you're running the 24 row with the 700 gallon tank on the frame, you're typically, with this kind of a Fender tank, you're pumping the liquid back to that and filling it. So you had to make a little bit of a modification to run the 3-point.
We had to put a flow meter and a control valve in line, because you are correct, these are just transfer tanks. I mean, a little planning, you can make them do whatever you want to do.
So with these tanks, how many acres do you get between refills?
Generally about 65 with what we run, which, I mean, we can carry more seed than we can liquid anyhow, but we're just trying to stay light right now due to ground conditions.
Sure. And how many acres does the 3-point with a single commodity tank on it, how do you, before you have to refill?
We can usually get somewhere between 80 and 90, depending on seed size.
Oh, that's good. And what do you try to target a day with a tractor and planter like this? How many acres do you get in the ground?
Between 320 and 360 is what we shoot for.
Well, that's a good day. And I imagine the 4-tracks, this farm's used the 8RTs for a long time. The 8RX is just a little bit smoother a ride and
a few more horsepower.
Well, I appreciate the ride along. It's always neat to get to see this new technology and how it operates, and always exciting to see new corn crop going in the ground.
I mean, very welcome. Come out anytime you'd like.
I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this John Deere 8RX 370 fixed frame 4-track tractor and the 16-row 30-inch DR16 corn planter. I'd like to hear in the comment section below this video if you use track tractors on your farm. Tell me about the model that you're running and the implements that you operate with it. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 2,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you would like to see additional corn planting content from this channel, continue to watch for a few more seconds of the end screen for a direct link to more Big Tractor Power YouTube videos. As always, thank you for watching.